You beat us. You haven't had enough pictures, huh?
Probably reverse it. Oh,
yeah,
better.
There we go.
Woo! Oh, yeah. Spring break!
I don't know if that was something. You want to go on the index out right here? Can you lay on the ground and read? All right.
I wore this for you. They say, whoever they are, that the first year of marriage, the wife talks and the husband listens. And then the second year of marriage, the husband talks and the wife listens. And the third year of marriage, both the husband and the wife talk and the neighbors listen.
Good afternoon. My Indian name is Babashiko, and it means white feather. I was asked by the Lee family to be a part of this ceremony today, and I'm deeply honored to be here. I've done smudging ceremonies before for numerous things, but this is the first. I should have worn my power outfit, you know. Darn it. But smudging in the native way of life is a means by which we tend to get rid of all the negative feelings surrounding us at all times. This doesn't only work for weddings, it also works for other functions that we perform during the year. Anything from feasts, anything from naming ceremonies, anytime there's a meeting, anytime there's anything in Indian country, this is first. We tend to clean the area of negative feelings, and that's what I'm going to do today. This young couple, I'm sure, will find many bad feelings in their life. I mean, they're starting off nice and fresh, and that's great. But we as married people know the road gets a little rocky at times. And I do have some extra sage for Robyn. She can carry that with her. If he doesn't talk to you the first year, if you don't talk at all, try some of this sage. So I'm going to do a smudge. I'm just going to fan you with this sage. Go around. I'm just going to go around. So, some people like the smell, other people don't.
My mother does.
It's not the legalized stuff yet, so I think.
You like that, Rob?
Before we start, why am I wearing this, you may ask? It's such a hot day. A while ago we lost a dear friend, and Nick attended the funeral, and he saw the priest wearing this, and he thought this was fantastic, so he asked if I could borrow it. Well, through various forms of deceptions, what the truth being is that we were able to get this. So I'm wearing it before the groom because this is his day and you do what the groom wants. Everybody came here to honor them on their special day. As we all know, Nick and Robyn chose today to get married. So we're gathered here by the grace of God to bear witness to and joyfully celebrate their marriage. This wedding ceremony will be a bit different in that I'm going to introduce everybody to Nick and Robyn. Because at most weddings, people know something about the groom, but not so much about the bride, or vice versa. There are some here who may know a little bit about both, and if there's anyone here that doesn't know either, please check your invitation. Let's begin with Nick. Nick was born in Newton, New Jersey. I wanted to name him Sergio, but that was way too hardcore Italian for Valerie's taste. So we settled on Nicholas from his great-grandfather, Nicholas Romagnoli. Val was okay with that. When Nick turned 2, we moved from Sparta, New Jersey to Maple Grove, Minnesota. There's where he spent his formative years and graduated high school there. A key person who Nick made friends with while at high school is a woman by the name of Julie. Remember that name. She's important in Nick meeting Robyn. Now Nick went to, when he graduated high school, went to St. Cloud University and graduated with a degree in economics. And while at college, he roomed with a guy back there named Sam. And Nick thought Sam would be a good match for Julie. And so playing the role of a yenta or a matchmaker, he introduced Sam to Julie. They hit it off smashingly, got married, moved to Colorado, which is a skier's paradise. Okay, I want to emphasize that. So why am I telling you about them? It's because it's going to tie in later on to what their meeting is all about, Nick and Robyn's meeting. Upon graduation from college, Nick moved to Hoboken, New Jersey for a few years and then back to Minneapolis where he bought a condo. How many people remember Nick's condo in its bachelor state? Yeah, well, for those that haven't seen it, I will describe it to you. It was clean. That's the first word over here. It was borderline sterile. There was no pictures on the wall. His refrigerator kept cool a lonely jar of peanut butter, a few lost eggs, and some filtered water. Some English muffins. That's about it, okay? Needless to say, Nick had no infestation problems because mice wouldn't even consider going into his I'm not saying his place was empty, but it was the only one-bedroom condo that I know could carry an echo. Now with Robyn's presence, the walls are adorned with pictorial accounts of their vacations together. They have matching towels now in the bathrooms. And there are more throw pillows on the furniture. And the refrigerator is now stocked with food worthy of keeping it cold. But she turned Nick's condo into a loving home. Nick likes to keep active, still plays men's hockey, enjoys biking, water sports, and snow skiing. That last sport will be the factor why we're here today. Now a bit about Robyn Lee. Robyn Lee was born in Ashland, Wisconsin. Am I right? Yeah. And here's an interesting story as to how Robyn got her name. Val and I went out to dinner with them, and I was getting a little bio information from Robyn, and she said, well, Robyn, how'd you get your name? She says, well, I wish it was a more interesting story. So Val and I powwowed together. Excuse me if that's I wasn't expecting it. And we came up with this more interesting story as to how Robyn got her name. So, once upon a time, Bridget was in the 3rd trimester with a little girl-to-be and was out basking in the sun when from out of a blue, a little robin perched momentarily on her abdomen. This made the baby jump inside, and Bridget knew right there the baby chose its name Robyn. How's that for a lie? Okay. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to skip ahead, we won't tell them how you really got named. Robyn grew up near here in Cable and graduated Drummond High School. She went to St. Cloud and received a degree in marketing. Yes, Nick and Robyn attended St. Cloud at the same time and more than likely crossed each other's paths time and time again. But their meeting wasn't meant to be yet, probably due to the fact that Robyn was studying and Nick, shall we say, was enjoying everything that college life had to offer. We have the greatest to prove that, don't we? We're just ad-libbing over here. I got you in the spot. You got to stay here. Because of Robyn's love for snow skiing, she moved lock, stock, and barrel out to Colorado and went to school there, got her master's in management. Now, here's where Julie makes the scene again. Robyn befriended Julie where they worked together at a place called C.H. Robinson. And on one occasion, Nick arranged a ski trip out to Colorado to visit Julie and Sam. And it was here that Nick met Robyn. Julie picked up on this connection and created the atmosphere where they could get to know each other better. Initial pictures showed Nick and Robyn sitting at a respectable space between each other. And subsequent days and pictures later, they sat closer and closer until you finally couldn't wedge a piece of paper between them. What was most telling was the look of love in each other's eyes. Truly, they were Twitter-pated. Nick and Robyn's love for each other deepened over time, and then one day Nick asked Robyn to be his. And Robyn thought, I love this guy. Let's do it. Now for the sermon. What is love in marriage? Besides going together like a horse and carriage. I had to get that. I know everyone's rolling their eyes thinking, here we go again with a lecture by another optometrist / minister. Well, I'm going there. In today's society, we have trivialized words that are extreme in meaning. And the prime example is love. People say they love a pair of shoes, a hairdo, a sport, so on and so on. That, in my opinion, is attaching the strongest emotional word to something you just really, really like. The word love should only be used for a person, belief, or an allegiance, such as your spouse, your family, a friend, your country, or your religion. Something or someone you want to hesitatingly sacrifice or give your life for. That is love, period. When I saw the pictures of Nick and Robyn together at this Colorado ski trip, I could see in each other's eyes true love. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, and I had a strong feeling that we would be here, ultimately be here today, joining them in holy matrimony. So what is marriage? I know everyone's thinking, when is this guy going to shut up right about now? I can use another drink, right? Well, bear with me. Nick and Robyn, I want you to pay careful attention to what I'm going to say. Marriage is the severest, I'm going to say this slowly. Marriage is the severest form of commitment two people can form with each other to solidify their exclusive love for each other. They are announcing to the world that they are bonded together forever. Now, many weddings symbolize couples joining together forever by stepping on glass, or jumping over a broom together, or mixing two different color sands. I mean, there's a variety of different things people do. All that pomp and circumstance, however, doesn't mean a thing if both their hearts aren't truly committed to each other. Because in marriage, as my friend here said, there will be tests. And this step shouldn't be ventured into for the faint of hearts. At times, I guarantee things are going to be hectic and burdensome. But when shouldered by two, anything can be worked out if a strong foundation of love for each other exists. Don't expect for 1 second that the person you are marrying will agree with every foolish thought that runs through your head, okay? Don't believe me, ask Valerie. Boy, does she have some doozies of stories to tell in that. But the love you have for that person will allow you to accept and tolerate their glitches. Nobody's perfect. Accept that. Forgive, and most importantly, move on together, like God forgives us. I'm trying to give you a realistic expectation that marriage isn't always peaches and cream, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. exchange rings in the presence of their friends, family, and God. At this time, Robyn and Nick, please join hands. Oh, I got to give you your vows here. Nick, what would you like to promise Rob? Oh, join hands.
I think Robyn's going to jump off.
Oh, she wants to go first. Oh, then here you go. Robyn, what would you like to promise Nick?
Nick, you are the love of my life.
You would hold hands while you're doing it. You know,
Well,
don't worry, she's not. I'll hold the ring. She's not going to bite.
All right.
There you go.
Nick, you're the love of my life, and you make me happier than I could ever imagine. And more loved than I ever thought possible. You are my best friend, and there is still more to me today that I cannot believe that I'm the one that gets to marry you. I will forever be your cheerleader. I will dream with you, celebrate with you, and walk beside you through whatever our lives may bring. I have no doubts that our life will always be an adventure, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. I promise to love you with all my heart and never stop finding ways to show you just how much.
I'll hold on to this.
Oh, that was intense.
I got someone living in here.
All right.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? It's not. I'm not going to do it all.
You could hold her hand.
But I can't. Because I can't right now. I'll hold it soon. All right. So, I don't think the acorn falls far from the tree or whatever, apple, you know. So I had to, before I do my vow, I had to tell you a quick story, you know, because I wanted to write, you know, a special vow that was unique and memorable, and everyone would be like, that was rad. But so to do that, you'd have to investigate, right? You have to know what a vow is.
Yep.
So, right, what is a vow? I try to, you know, I looked it up in the dictionary just so I could fully understand it, and it actually depends on where you look, you know, what source. They have different definitions. So,
Merriam-Webster will do it.
so I had to, I kind of aggregated some, and I got to solemn promise or an assertion of love. So this is a simple definition, just like a definition should be. So now that I had that knowledge, I could kind of move on. Try to investigate what, you know, other people have written, so I could, you know what's normal and get some ideas, right? So there's entire websites out there.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. No.
All right. Sorry. So I found that a lot of times they outline, you know, the features of the person that they're marrying, like the qualities that they love the most. So I can do that, right? You know, Robyn, she's got so many good qualities. She's stunningly beautiful. She's genuine. She's kind. She's clever. She has a great sense of humor. She has an ability to love me, and this is my joke, right? Your ability to love me is someone who's known in some circles as the Nicktator. And actually, I think you came up with that name. That's some of that cleverness I was talking about that I love. So I kept on reading on. I had a bit of information, and then I found that a lot of vows have, you know, like what people, like what they love about their relationship with the other person, and I was like, I got that too, right? You know, we have so much in common, and yet like we're different in great ways that make us balance each other out, because that's what you got to do, right? And I'm thinking that's where I should go with the vow, right? That's what I should do. That's like my baseline. I can jump off from there.
Yes,
but I couldn't find the punchline. I thought about it. I couldn't find the punchline, so I kept on going. And a lot of times they put quotes in there. This is a shortened version, Dad.
Go ahead. You got all day.
So a quote came to me. I keep one at my desk, and I think you hit on it a little bit, Dad. It's something from Abe Lincoln. It's commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. It's the words that speak boldly of your intentions, and the actions which speak louder than your words. It's making time when there is none, coming through time and time, year after year after year. Commitment to the stuff that character is made of, the power to change the face of things. It's the daily triumph of integrity over skepticism. So I was like, maybe I can incorporate that somehow, and I kind of am. So this is it right here, Dad, finally. It's a great quote, but then, I still couldn't figure out what was going to be unique and interesting and memorable. So I sat down, kind of meditated on it a little bit, thought about it, and I thought back to the definition and how much I loved it and how simple it was. It was just a solemn promise or assertion of love. So, that was kind of in my face the whole time. I figured that a vow doesn't have to be unique or anything like that to be memorable. It just has to come from the heart. It has to be simple, like yours, and something you probably intuitively knew. But it took me a little bit of a journey to get there. So, quite simply, here's my vow. That was my story. This is the vow. This is the punchline. To me, you're the most perfect girl, and to me, we have the most perfect relationship. I truly love you with all my heart, and I promise to commit the rest of my life to making sure we have the most brilliant life together. That's it. That's simple.
That's beautiful. Put your finger on Nick's finger, and while you're doing that, repeat. With this ring.
With this ring.
I be wed.
I be wed.
All right. Robyn, with this ring, I be wed.
Wow, those are thoughtful and profound vows. Well, now wait a second. I jumped ahead of myself here. By love and blessing of the Lord, and power vested in me in the state of Wisconsin. I know Valerie wants to get all serious, but I just wanted to say also known as America's Dairyland, guys, right? And home of the pack. Woo. I now pronounce you husband and wife. Nick, you may kiss your bride. I would like to present to the congregation Mr. and Mrs. Nicholas and Robyn Mattioli. By the grace of God, go forward together, live healthy, happy, prosperous, and extend the branches of your family's tree. By that I mean, give your parents grandchildren.
Can't wait to party with you guys.
Look at it, it's just like, if I could have faced the other way. Thank you.
And what a great job you're Yeah, it's everything I heard. Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle seasons of my afraid of changing, 'cause our dreams and they are made of real things. Vision box and photograph, the secret to loving. Love is the answer to these things, the questions in my heart. Why are we here and where do we go, and how come it's so hard? It's not always easy, sometimes life can be deceiving. I tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, we're like different stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Here come the bride and groom.
Oh, hello.
Hello! I'm trying to videotape you. I can't believe you guys left in the scooter. I can barely see you. Yeah. That's so cute. I love it.